Hello and welcome to the National School Games Rugby National B Division Boys Championship 2023 Finals. And what a game we have for you today. Defending champions Anglo-Chinese School Independent against St Andrews Secondary School. Both sets of fans are ready for today's game, as of course are both sets of players. Running out in this mightily impressive arena, we are of course at the National Stadium in Singapore Sports Hub. My name is Andrew Bonacori and I am delighted to bring you today's game. A final pre-match huddle for the Saints in their famous white and blue, and one for ACSI in their yellow stripes. Away they go for kickoff in front of 6,000 screaming fans, and it's ACSI who will get us started. A couple of bounces of the ball just to get a feel for how the pitch is performing. Great concentration, and the ref blows his whistle and we are underway. Beautifully taken by Saints. He's already gone on the run, but quick, there's a ruck. ACSI not letting Saints get too far with the ball, but they're continuing to push, showing a great deal of strength. Both sides showing great levels of energy early on in the game, and the referee allowing play to continue as Saints continue to make progress up the field. Back it goes to the fly half, who kicks long. Doesn't head for touch though. And ACSI recover that well, but the referee's seen something and is calling play back. Looks like he's giving a penalty to the Saints. Indeed he is. And Saints will look to kick this one into touch, I've no doubt. Almost picked up on the side, but the ball does go out of touch, and it will be a line out in favour of the Saints. They'll have had their line outs practiced many times on the training field, and this should be a classic training ground manoeuvre as Saints line up, just waiting to get that line out absolutely perfect. The referee having an early word with a couple of the players, just making sure there are no infringements while the ball is in flight. Saints won't get play underway until the referee gives them the signal, which he does, and beautifully played. Timed to perfection by the Saints, who come away with the ball and surge forward. ACSI having to really work hard to defend them and keep them at bay. The referee having a look again, just waiting for players to recover. And we'll just wait for that melee to recover as Saints come away with the ball. Fly half runs away with it again. Lovely twisting, turning run. Still with the ball, taking a lot of bigger players to try and bring him down. They finally do get him down. He'll look to lay the ball off. And Saints attacking down the side. Cutting him back inside, choosing not to use the full width of the field. Trying to trick ACSI. And still more rucking with the ball in hand. Tan Kai Wen looking to pick up the ball and have an impact on this game in the first couple of minutes. The referee again calling for an infringement in favour of Saints. And they do have an opportunity or an option to kick if they choose. But it looks like they're choosing to play the ball instead. Well, no, they are going to call for the kicking tee. Out it comes. Saints kicking specialist. It's up to him to see if he can take this first opportunity of the game to get some points on the board for Saints. Just a quick drink before lining the kick up. Places the tee. This again is something he would have practiced thousands and thousands of times in practicing. The art of kicking, definitely one that lends itself perfect to repetitive practice. And as you can see, he has his own procedure, muscle memory, preparing to kick in. Rui Young steadies himself, unleashes the kick, and hits the upright. Incredible. You won't see that very often in the game of rugby. The kick coming back off the upright, Saints reacting quickly to pick up the ball. And they're only 15 or so metres from the try line. ACSI having to defend valiantly in the opening 5 minutes and hitting hard, as you can see. Great tackles coming in from ACSI. And Young Min comes away with the ball for Saints, tries to surge through. But again, that block defence of ACSI holding firm. But Saints will keep on trying to break that defence. Great defensive play and great organisation from ACSI. But so far, all the attacking coming from Saints. Trying to find some more space down the wing. There's an opportunity for the overlap if he can find him. Great challenge, great tackle from ACSI. And we're down to no more than 6 or 7 metres with the referee. Saw an infringement there, pointing to his hands, so an advantage being played. Let's see what the referee has seen, calling a player over. And just telling ACSI to line up. The ball is in hand with ACSI. And they'll be looking to make some headway up the field of play. Indeed, there was a hand injury. That was the call over to the side for some swift treatment from the physio. ACSI currently down a man. But reinforcements quickly on. And ACSI will resume play. And another injury, in fact, we have a bloodied nose. So no hanging about there. That player, of course, will have to leave the field of play to get treatment. But we have rolling substitutions. So he can be easily and quickly replaced. Good time for ACSI to have a regroup as that blood substitution enters the field of play. ACSI taking the opportunity to just try and regroup and make sure that they can keep themselves organised, but they do have the opportunity here to run with the ball finally, as they've not been able to do for the opening 5 or 6 minutes. Looking to get the ball into touch and then claim the line out. Up she goes and out of play in front of that band of ACSI fans in the yellow. 6,000 supporters here, remember, inside this impressive national stadium at Singapore Sports Hub. One of the largest domed structures in the world, and mercifully fresh air able to get in and out as the line out comes in. Great discipline again from ACSI as they choose to run with the ball, but as he lost the ball there, quickly recovered by ACSI. That was smart work. And now they come, here they come, down the right wing, looking for space, just jinking around, beats one, almost beats two, hands off beautifully. Wonderful hand skills from ACSI. And they made a great deal of distance, a good 60 or so, 55 or so metres covered by ACSI. And now it's Saints who have to defend. Almost exactly on their own 22. Line out to Saints now. Wen Tan Kai with the line out. Looking to take it short. Beautifully played again from Saints. The line outs from both sides, you have to say. Absolutely first class so far. And here comes the drive. ACSI defending stoutly again. They're having to put in a great deal of work as the ball finds its way back for the kick. Aiming for touch, but ACSI will recover. Smart play from Ruben Sim Jong Yi. And a long kick from Leon Lo Shujuin. Almost fumbled at the back, and that did look like a knock-on. The long kick tactic paying great dividends for ACSI on that occasion. Referee signals a knock-on and the penalty in favour of ACSI, who managed to turn defence into attack twice in the space of a couple of minutes. First of all with a thrilling running surge, and just then with a long kick. And it looks like we have another interruption in play for a facial injury, but the physio deems his player to be okay to continue. And both teams lining up for the scrum. ACSI will feed the ball in right underneath the nose of the referee. Back to 15 aside this year after a couple of years of only 7 aside. And there they go, the ball is fed in. Tenacious snap attack by Saints, but again the referee calls play back for an infringement. It looked like Saints had retrieved the ball, and indeed they had, but the referee has adjudged that they didn't do so legally, and so calls play back, just explaining his decision. And both teams will again line up for the scrum. Just getting themselves settled on their knees, and then they'll surge forward. They lock, waiting for the ball to be fed in. Here it goes. And look at the power from ACSI. Great power from Saints as well, though, trying to keep them as bay as they try to wriggle their way through. 4 or 5 players trying to take the ACSI man down. Oscar McEwen, the ACSI man, trying to power his way through. But the ball is lost again, and the referee has called play back. This time for an offside. The Saints player did retrieve the ball, but was too far ahead of the ball for the referee to allow play to continue. So ACSI will resume play. And this time they choose to have an attempt on goal. Trying to open the scoring with a very handy 3 points after having been under a great deal of pressure early on. Isaac Kong, the ACSI player, charged with the attempt. Gets himself lined up. Just as the Saints player before him has his own technique, goes for goal, hammers it over. Does he? But that sailed just wide. A very handsome attempt though. And still we remain scoreless. Both sides having tried, but so far unable to convert either of the place kicks so far. And the ball in hand again with Saints on their own 22. And they again go upfield. Decent kick, but beautifully taken. Isaac Kong again. Catches it beautifully, goes for touch, but can't quite find touch. And some nifty defending from Saints. Very, very impressive wing play. And he's made 20, 30 metres already. ACSI do eventually catch up with him and bring him down, but Saints maintain possession. Absolutely vital to maintain possession if you can. And then you slowly turn the screw. Try to make up those inches, those meters. Saints trying to squirm their way through. And now they try to be a bit more expansive. Looking to use the left wing this time. Barrowing through. Down to the ACSI 40-metre line. And out it comes again. Fumbled there by Saints, but no knock on. Ball recovered well. Samuel Lee just telling his yellow-shirted teammates just to hold back. Don't want to give away any unnecessary offsides. Especially when you're already under pressure, as ACSI are right now from Saints. Surging forward. Keegan Ong trying to direct things. Now looking to get a bit more involved himself, just keeping ACSI players at bay with a spirited defence of the ball. And the referee judging that to be a slightly overzealous attempt to recover the ball. And Saints will have the ball in hand. And meanwhile, another ACSI player receiving treatment. And the remainder of the players on the pitch getting a very welcome drink break. ACSI, of course, the reigning champions in this competition, having got to the final courtesy of a crushing defeat against St Joseph's Institution in the semi-finals. 50-5 the final score. Very powerful performance Saints got here, courtesy of a slightly more narrow 22-8 victory against ACS Barker Road. But these two teams have a rivalry stretching back many years, many decades even. ACSI having held the B Division title since 2019. Just waiting for Saints to get play back underway and for the drinks to leave the field. Referee making sure the field is cleared and also signalling that that infringement was for holding. Isaiah Young, the player to search for touch, easily finds touch. And that will again be a line out to St Andrews. Referee just ensuring order. And ACSI getting their house in order as well. We've seen some very, very decent line-outs so far from both teams. So far, neither side has managed to snatch the ball from their opposition line-out. But we'll see. In comes the throw. Just a decoy run and then they go long. Saints given the advantage and the chance to push forward. ACSI having to work hard against a strong attack. The forwards really pushing the ball and pushing the team towards that ACSI try line. Saints stopped in their tracks momentarily, but the ball brought to ground again. And Saints will pick themselves up, regroup, and try to play it out wide. Oh, he breaks through. He's got a man on the overlap if he can find him. He looked for the dummy pass. Tried to just dink it out to his right winger. But great defence again from ACSI. Fantastic burst through the gaps by Saints. Referee signalling for the scrum. And the ref will just stand in between the two rows of players to keep them separate for the time being. Certainly showing them who's in charge on the pitch. And offers the instruction to both sets of players to just set themselves. Setting at the scrum, absolutely essential. Both players have to be level and parallel. The referee, as you can see, just having a word. You can't have anyone going too high or too low for the scrum. The amount of power coming in from both sides as the ball is fed in. ACSI looking to wheel the scrum around and then just release it and look for that ball into touch again. Scrum was awarded to ACSI, so kicking the ball out into touch allows them to retain possession. And indeed the referee has called back for another infringement, so he saw something in the scrum. ACSI get the chance to just kick the ball from hand, out of touch, and now a few meters further up the field, a little bit closer to the halfway line, ACSI with the chance to keep hold of the ball, courtesy of the line out. Saints ready in case the ball does come their way. They'll be able to attack quickly. Yong Shong ready for ACSI. Right at the end of the line out. Chances are he'll be involved in trying to lift one of the taller players, as indeed he does, and it throws just too long, and it gives Saints a chance to try and scramble the ball away, but ACSI managed to keep possession, and away they come. Damien Lowe trying to get on the ball, the fly half. Down to him to try and make things happen, and here come ACSI. Right on the halfway line, bang on the halfway line. Trying to find some space out wide, but the trapdoor is shut. More tenacious tackling from Saints. Both sides giving an excellent account of themselves defensively. And it's meant that there's been very little space. Space very much at a premium in an attacking sense for both sides. And the penalty award again to ACSI. Almost right on the halfway line. They'll kick the ball from hand, looking for touch. Damien Lowe finds it. Finds it easily on the Saints 22-metre line. ACSI will move forward. Indeed, a couple of metres short of the 22-metre line. But ACSI will have their well-drilled line-out men, and this time they do find the intended target, and they have the chance to come away. But they turn back inside, turn into danger, turn into trouble. And Saints really could do with getting on the ball. They had a great extended period of time of attacking possession for the first 5-6 minutes or so. But since then it's been far more even. ACSI putting in a good shift, surging the ball and bringing the ball forward. A mixture of good kicking and good carrying from both sides in what so far has been a very, very evenly matched contest. No score so far between Saints and ACSI, but with the form of both these teams coming into this final match, I would not imagine the score to remain goalless for too long. Saints feed the ball into the scrum, and it's Bryant Yeo who comes away with the ball, and he's almost scythed down at the ankles, but managed to keep on his feet and is involved in the action again. Feeds Yasmani Mwanma, whose long kick almost finds touch, but a chance for ACSI to run, but he runs into trouble. Did well to cut inside and continue his attacking run. ACSI trying to find a little bit of space between those Saints defenders. And they're doing well to try and run and just make small gains as they kick the ball forward. But that one won't find touch either. Well recovered by Saints. The referee blows his whistle again. And play comes back further towards the halfway line. ACSI again will get play back underway once the referee has got them organised. Harry Curran with the ball, just making sure all of his teammates know exactly what his plans are. In fact, he lays the ball down. ACSI favouring to kick instead from the 10-metre line. It's a good distance away. He'll do well if he can trouble the scorers here. Isaac Kong lines it up, addresses the ball, moves back his customary number of steps. As I said previously, this type of kick, practice hundreds if not thousands of times in training. Slowly walks up, he's got the distance, not quite the accuracy again though, and the ball sails just wide. So close from Isaac Kong, but still neither side yet to trouble the scorers. The game remains scoreless. Not through any want of trying though, great deal of effort from both sets of players, and it's Saints who will get play back underway from their own 22-metre line. Launched upfield by Bryant Yeo, won't find touch there, and another infringement. Been rather a stop-start opening to the game. Not had that many open flowing passages of play without the intervention of the officials. But of course, they must call them as they see them. So they'll get play underway again. Saints, that is. And this time they do find touch just beyond the halfway line. Just in front of the ACSI bench. It's Saints who will have the line out. The line out has worked very efficiently so far. We've seen good line outs, only one really missed. A decoy run again from Saints, but that time, although I don't think the intended target picked the ball up, Saints were able to recover. And away they come. They'll look to expand play down this right-hand side, but it's a little bit compressed in the centre. And Bryant Yeo comes away with the ball. Brings his backs into play. And again through the centre, trying to hammer away through that ACSI defence, but they hold firm. And the referee blows his whistle to give Saints the chance to progress a bit further. And it's Oscar McEwen, referee, just having a chat with him, along with Travis Go for Saints. Just a little word in their ear, just a reminder as to the kind of behaviour that this referee is expecting to see from them. And back they go to their teams. Get themselves ready for the next passage of play. We'll start with Saints. Isaiah Yang has the ball in hand. Places his gum shield back in before just eyeing up where he is going to look to place the ball with this long kick. Plenty of air on that one, but it's caught and fumbled by ACSI. The referee blowing the whistle for a clear knock-on. Unfortunate, but it was clear. Referee signalling for the knock-on and for the scrum. Look at the focus on those players' faces as they prepare to go head-to-head, literally, in the scrum. All that energy and power as the ball is fed in. Saints managing to keep the scrum up, but they do come away with the ball. And again, they might look to take advantage, but they've burst through. And here's an opportunity for a try, but it's just held back and couldn't keep hold of the ball. Just let go at the crucial moment as he hit the deck. Quick shake of the hands, and referee pulls play back again. Not sure if that was a trip, but the ball's with ACSI. close to their own goal line, their own try line. Referee just reminding both players, or both sets of players, move forward with strength and purpose, but do so legally, and don't collapse that scrum. That's when you get some potential injuries in rugby. And in they go. Scrum gets locked in. ACSI feed the ball and look to come away with it. But play held back again. I think they'll probably make them just line up again. Get the scrum put together. So nothing changes. Still ACSI with the ball. Referee deciding this time, as a result of an ACSI infringement in the scrum, it's going to be St Andrews Secondary who'll get us back underway once the referee's happy. Referee making certain that he applies all the rules applying to the scrum. Timothy Ung feeding the ball in, and here comes Sense down the left-hand side. Chances to squeeze the ball through. We're just 2 meters short of the try line, and they do have numbers over, but great defending from ACSI. Not just keeping them at bay, but indeed pushing them back a metre or 2. But still numbers forward for Saints. Tried to just batter through. Oliver Chu trying to find some space, but no space being made available at all from ACSI. But they try and bring the ball out to find a bit of space, and it looked like he was just about to wriggle through, but held back again. Saints regrouping. It's an excellent attacking phase of play, and that has to be on offside. And the penalty right in front of the post. Quickly taken to hand though. Very quick, very smart thinking from Timothy Young. Just try to take advantage of the confusion. And Saints driving forward. That has to be a try. They just have to ground it, surely. No, still that defence from ACSI. Holding firm, holding strong. But not this time. The referee gives the try. Ashton Tay with the try. The opening points of the game. He puts St Andrews Secondary 5 points up to make it St Andrews Secondary 5, ACSI 0. Great driving forward. Look at that power. Somehow he not only managed to surge forward, but also had the presence of mind to lay the ball off. And Ashton Tay taking responsibility, driving the ball forward all on his own, smashes through a solid wall of 2 ACSI players. And look at the joy on his face. Ashton Tay absolutely delighted with himself, as are his teammates, of course. Saints 5-0 up and enjoying a much deserved, much needed, I'm sure, bit of refreshment. ACSI too, well, they've defended manfully to keep Saints at bay. Had a few moments of attacking promise themselves, but they find themselves 5 points to 0 down, as we are moments away from the half-time break. Keegan Ong with a chance to extend this lead by 2 points for St Andrews. Kick looks good. Oh, it comes off the upright again. Unbelievable. That's 2 times that the ball has struck the upright for Saints in this first half. Most unlucky. The kick did look good, but seemed to pop up and just came cannoning off that goalpost. And so I'm sure there are mere seconds left. We may already be out of time at half-time, but play has to get underway. And if Saints can get hold of the ball and get it out of play, then we will have that half-time whistle. Amos Hon with the kick. Recovered quickly. Out she goes. And that's half-time. St Andrews leading Anglo-Chinese School Independent by 5 points to 0.
And it's half-time. Scoring the break is Andrews 5.
Referee just counting the number of players on the field, making sure both teams up to their full complements, and no more than that. The referee adjusts his stopwatches and blows the whistle, and we're back underway for the second half of the National School Games Rugby National B Division Boys Championship 2023 Finals, where St Andrews Secondary are 5-0 up against Anglo-Chinese School Independent. Anglo-Chinese School Independent are the reigning champions, as they have been since 2019, and Saints already on the attack in front of 6,000 supporters at the National Stadium at Singapore Sports Hub. Saints pressing early in the second half, as they did early in the first, and the referee blowing for a penalty, as he did several times in that opening half an hour. Saints choosing to run with the ball. Quickly tackled though. Not quite able to get the momentum they would like to, but they're still on the attack. The forwards trying to push back that solid defence. The yellow and black wall ahead of them. As the ball pops out, and now they'll look to run with it. They cut inside again. Oh, the ball just pops up. And the referee signals for a penalty again to Saints. And from this distance, you'd guess that they would go for the kick. And indeed, the referee signals that's what they've chosen to do. Isaiah Young lining this up again, just waiting for the puck. And indeed, a few drinks being enjoyed by some of the Saints players during this very brief pause. As Young just kicks off his routine, literally speaking, of course. Very unlucky twice in the first half to hit the woodwork. Once from an attempted 3 points, and also from the conversion from the try. But let's see what he can do here. Plenty of air on it again, but that's sliced wide, and indeed it's fumbled. Has that gone over? Does the referee give the try for that? A decision here for the officials. Looks like it's been turned down, but there was a fumble. ACSI tried to recover, and indeed knock on is the decision from the referee. And Saints with a chance, just a couple of metres away from that precious ACSI goal line. There's a conflab goes on and is concluded between the officials, and indeed the try is given. After much discussion between the match officials, the try is given. I did wonder if it could be, but I thought the referee had given the knock-on. Isaiah Young's kick sliced wide, and tried to recover it. Fumbled and dropped just along the line, and in powers Jared Sal for Saints. Great anticipation, great speed and strength from Jared Sow, whose quick thinking puts St Andrews, the current holders of this title of course, 10 points to 0 up against ACSI with a conversion opportunity to extend their lead. Brian Liu with the conversion, lines up his kick. Can he make it 12-0 for Saints, which would be a great lead at this point? Here comes Brian Liu, and through it goes, straight through the posts. Try converted, Saints lead by 12 points to 0. Thoroughly professional job all round from Saints. But ACSI, goodness me, they'll be ruining that fumble. You can drop the ball anywhere on the rugby pitch, but if you drop the ball on your own goal line, you're asking for trouble. And Jared Sow made sure that they were punished. Playback underway. ACSI desperate to get back into this game. There's a danger that the game will just run away from them unless they can get something back within the next few minutes. You fear that much longer than that, and Saints will really have control of this game. 12 points to the good. St Andrews Secondary 12. Anglo-Chinese School Independent 0. Here come ACSI driving forward, but dragged back. Yong Shong trying to power his way through. Undoubtedly got the strength, but sheer numbers counted against him. And ACSI will get play underway again on the 10-metre line. Out goes the ball, straight out into touch, and they'll pick up the line out from the Saints 22. In front of their own fans, cheering them on, trying to get something from this game. Roared on by those fans, desperate to see something from their side. Here comes a line-out routine. They'll be going long. Indeed they do. Picked up halfway. Evan Uren plucks the ball out of the air. And those fans urging ACSI forward. But another stoppage. And the penalty this time given to SAS. Early touch of cramp there. Caden Yu just getting his legs stretched by a colleague. And it looks like play will get back underway with a scrum. Caden Yu back on his feet. And the ref will now organise the scrum. Just make sure both sets of players are ready before giving the sign for them to lock shoulders. And the ball is placed in. Saints trying to run with it, but quickly brought down. And they'll have to work this one out for a kick, trying to get the ball into touch. And from their own scrum, That kick into touch means that it's Saints who will get the line out. In fact, the referee has pulled back play. I think has pulled back play again. Looks like he may want that scrum to just be reformed, but certainly the advantage is in Saints' favour. Saints can kick the ball straight out. No need for a secondary scrum. And now the line out will take place. Difficult for ACSI to raise their energy levels when the game is stopping so regularly. But that's exactly what they have to try and do if they've got any chance of getting back in this game. They need to just raise the tempo and bring the game to St Andrews. St Andrews win the line out, their own line out, and they'll try and drive that ball forward again. Saints backs just waiting to pounce, and here they get in on the action. Another penalty given by the referee, this time to ACSI. They'll be pleased for a respite from the defending they've had to do. And the ball's in the hands of Amos Hon, who no doubt will look for touch and finds it comfortably. Good catch. Those ACSI fans, part of this 6,000 crowd here, doing their best to raise those energy levels for their players. They know full well that they can have an impact on what goes on the field of play. Up comes the ACSI line out. Well dealt with, and there's a really good surge from ACSI. Just what they need at this point in the second half. They're 12-0 down. Exactly what they needed. And they're surging forward. They're inches away from the try line. Could this be the moment for ACSI? Are they over? Is the referee going to call it? Not yet. Great defence from Saints, you have to say that. SAS defending as if their lives depended on it. But back come ACSI. Surely this time the referee has given the try. ACSI are back in the game, and just in time. Damien Lowe with the score for ACSI, and they are back in the game, using his strength to great advantage. Just waiting for the ball to come free. And when it eventually found its way through to him, he was still some distance off. 5, 6, 7 players trying to hold him off. But they couldn't keep him from going over. He salutes the crowd, salutes his supporters, and they salute him back. They know that he has got ACSI back in this game, and he's made the score with that try. St Andrews Secondary 12, Anglo-Chinese School Independent 5. Let's see if Jarrell Lee can have better luck with the conversion. Great time for ACSI to get back in the game. Absolutely vital that they just lifted themselves, and the crowd, to be fair, gave themselves a bit more belief that they can get something from the game. 12-5 currently to Saints. Can Jarrell Lee reduce that deficit still further? Here comes the kick for the conversion. That comes off the post as well. Incredible. That's 3 woodworked hit in the game so far. That could have made it 12-7. But instead, they're not out of it, ACSI. It's SAS 12, ACSI 5. Saints to get us back underway. Looking to hang that ball up. Oh, what a tricky bounce. The try scorer, Damien Lowe, retrieves, and he's on his way again. Can he inspire them to an incredible turnaround? Just unable to keep the ball to hand. Raven Ing just unable to take advantage of the loose ball. Play already called back by the referee. Once again, just explaining to both sets of players exactly what he needs from this scrum. More than anything, this attention to detail from the referee, most welcome, because it is for the player's safety. You simply cannot afford any kind of mismatch or collapsing of a scrum. And he just guides them and advises them on the best way to approach. And locked in they are. The ball fed in. And immediately ACSI, you can sense that they are back in the game. They have some belief that they didn't have 5 minutes ago, thanks to that try. Brilliant to see them coming back like this. But Saints holding firm, dominant in the game so far. They know that they cannot allow ACSI to get any more belief, and certainly can't afford to let them get any kind of foothold in the game. ACSI with the ball on their own 22-metre line. They'll aim for touch. And that's easily reached. In and around the 10-metre line. It'll be a line out to the yellow stripes. Fighting to keep hold of their title. But is it slipping away? If they can get another try, or even a score from a kick, that would bring them ever closer. But here they come, surging forward again, just over the halfway line. But that's recovered from Saints. Referee would have seen an infringement there, and hands possession back and the advantage back to ACSI. They will not be enjoying being behind against their fiercest of rivals. Here they come again with the kick, looking for touch. And they'll have a line out in a decent position in and around the SAS 22-metre line. Raven Ing again with the throw from the line out. Both sides getting lined up. They've practiced these many times on the field of play, and also of course on the training ground. And the referee will certainly intervene there. Some confusion as to where the ball lay, but the penalty's gone to ACSI. Wonder whether they might be fancying a kick from here. Well, they're kicking from hand. Looking to get closer to that Saints goal line. Heavy tackle. Irfan bin Mohamed Amrin with a massive tackle. Hurt himself in the process. And he looks in a great deal of pain. He's taken one for the team, or rather dished one out for the team. That was a ferocious tackle. Just calling on the trainer to give him some attention. They'll decide very quickly if he's able to continue or if he needs to be replaced. He'll want to continue, of course, with his side 12-5 to the good. Just stretching out those calf muscles as well at the same time. It was a heavy impact though. Surprised to see the ACSI player just get up and run that one off. And a few drinks to be enjoyed while we wait for Irfan bin Mohammed Amrin to get back to his feet. He's okay to continue. Fair play. Well done, young man. And Saints will get us underway. Looking for that kick to touch, which they do. Plenty of line-outs in the second half. Almost perfectly equally shared between the two sides. Still those yellow and blue supporters giving their team every encouragement they can offer, every bit of volume they can give to try and influence the game and either bring that trophy back to ACSI or grab it for SAS. Here comes Saints. But more tigerish tackling from ACSI holds them at bay again. ACSI doing a good job of really trying to push themselves back in the match. But so far, Saints' resistance broken just that once. For the ACSI try. And so Saints go again. Once again, finding touch. Despite valiant attempt to keep the ball in play. Saints with the line out. Tan Kai Wen with it. Referee just organising the line outs, but that's been... Oh, I thought ACSI just for a second. In fact, they have retrieved the ball. That's the first turnover from a line out that we've seen, but the referee is going to call a scrum. My guess would be for the knock-on, and that's what he signalled. Penalty to Saints, so they'll feed the ball in. Both sets of players getting themselves set for the scrum. Referee once again, have to give him absolute credit for making sure that both sets of players approach every single one of the scrums they've contested in as safe and fair a fashion as possible. Saints on the attack. And the referee signals for a penalty again to Saints. And from this distance, you'd guess that they would go for the kick. Lining this up again, just waiting for the puck. in the conversion from the try. But let's see what he can do here. Plenty of air on it again, but it's caught by ACSI. Here come ACSI driving forward, but dragged back. Yong Shung trying to power his way through. Advantage being played. Saints still with the ball. But then from the drop kick from ACS, Tan Kai Wen picks up the ball for Saints. He sees a lot of grass in front of him for a clear run between the posts to score again for St Andrews. Tan Kai Wen makes it 17-5 in favour of St Andrews. St Andrews very much in control of this game, and it looks like the trophy will be leaving the hands of ACSI. Brian Liu is the man charged with securing the conversion. Should be fairly straightforward, this one, you would imagine. Right in the middle of the posts. Brian Liu with the conversion and succeeds with the conversion for another 2 points for Saints. St Andrews starting to run away with this game. That conversion from Brian Liu makes it St Andrews 19, ACS 5. Very assured kick from Brian Liu. Made absolutely sure of those extra precious 2 points. St Andrews well on top. What can ACS do now to lift their spirits? They've bounced back once in this game. But that 14-point deficit, they require 2 converted tries to draw level. And time has to be against them. Can they get back in this game? Referee just checking something with his fellow officials at the side of the pitch. Won't allow play to resume until that's been sorted. And indeed, player returns. We had a man short from St Andrews, who are now back up to their full complement of players and on the attack again. ACS holding them where they are. ACS recover. Chance here for a strong push forward. And here come ACS. This looks like a great drive forward. ACS just fumbles in the centre. But they had the advantage and they continue with the ball. Can they turn this push into points? 19-5 down.